Good morning, everyone. Backwards so that the sun is in my face and you actually see me. I'm not so back, but good morning. Going to a big, long day. It was kind of wet this morning. It's very damp, but the sun came out. No breeze, perfectly still day. So I'm going to hop in the combine and we're going to see how many acres of corn we can knock out today. So if you don't know terminology, it's not just harvesting. You cut beans and you pick corn. So today we're going to be picking corn. Dad's getting the combine warmed up here. And I found this single corn stalk. Well, that's just embarrassing. So I'm gonna get the ear off, and then so we don't just have this left here. Just gonna stomp that. Oh, there we go. That looks much better. Now I'll put this through the combine. For morning with a little cleaning. Make sure we can see out of everything. Dad's getting all the corn stalks cleaned off of the head here. Ooh. Looking good. Okay, so Dad did a few rounds with me around, and now we're going to get set up and start going. So one thing I want you to keep an eye on is this is a window into the hopper, so you can actually see the corn filling up. Just a little PSA. But I'm going to idle up here and then turn my separators on. I'm only idling up about like 3/4 of the way, and then turning my head on and then throttling all the way up. Did you hear that alarm? That's the alarm saying you need to throttle all the way up. So I'm not going to break the machine. That's what I'm supposed to do. It calls for a full idle. So I'm going to, my head is just about the right position, and start going forward here. We are picking corn. This is a pretty slow process because how's that looking? You wanted me to lower the head a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I guess you're good. Are you at 20%?
That was 22 before, and now I'm at 17.
Yeah, I know you're good. If you're right around 20, I was about 20%. So we'll just hover right above the pivot tracks. That looks good there.
Perfect. Thank you. Like I was saying, this is a fairly slow operation just because the corn plant itself, like the leaves, are still just a little bit damp from like the morning dew. The grain itself, we're sitting at about 20% moisture, which is great. That's great harvesting. And then once we take it, we pick it out of the field, and then it goes from the combine hopper to the grain cart and then into the truck. Then from the truck, we take it back to the farm and we put it in a wet bin, which looks like just like all the other bins on the outside, but the bottom is cone shaped into the ground. And then it is augured up into the leg and then into the dryer. And so in the dryer, it gets dried down to about 16% moisture, and then we will store it from there. So we transfer it from the dryer into another bin. But for today, this is where we'll be. In my office, my mobile office, my workspace, my living quarters, my dining hall, and we're going to be moving this beast of a machine along right at about 2.5 miles an hour, maybe 3 once it gets closer to noon. But this field did have some wind damage to it, so the stalks are kind of laid over. And so to ensure that I'm getting the ear of corn into the head, I just want to go plenty slow, just so it doesn't get whipped over and I get kernel loss everywhere. So here's my post for the day, guys. Thanks for riding buddy seat with me, keeping me company. I guess I'm still kind of talking to myself because I'm the only one in here right now, but I do like to pretend that you guys are just riding with me, and we're enjoying a nice day in the car. just so pleasantly surprised that I was exactly the same in person as I was on camera. So I just wanted to remind you guys, like, I try to be as genuine and like my most authentic, true self on camera as possible. So what you're getting is not like some kind of production or anything like that. I talk to you guys like I would my family members or someone who's just riding along the combine path with me. So you're getting the real deal. Corn harvest. Oh, don't mind the little leaners there. Corn harvest is much more entertaining than bean harvest. Oh my goodness. I don't know. There's just something fun about watching the plant itself get sucked into the head. I just think it's kind of cool. Oh, well, I just shut the combine off because of this. Let me show you what happened. Our beautiful dusty case combine with the American flag flying on top. All right, so I shut the combine off because I'm the only one out here and I don't know, I just don't want anything bad happening to me. Plugged. Yeah, so we're in this leany corn. And the combine just does not like it very much. So, just going to carefully pull this out and get this unplugged. So all I did was disperse the stalks along the head and we'll turn it on and see if it works. Okay, wait for our monitor to load up here. And we'll get things going. There we go. So this year has been super cool for me because I've been able to be home for every single part of the season. I've planted in the spring, irrigated in the summer, and now harvesting in the fall. The only kind of downside to that, especially when we're on a field where I've done actually everything for it, there's no one else to blame the mistakes on. If there's a mistake, it's all your fault. For example, this right here. Do you see this just enormous patch of weeds? Well, it's not just a weed patch. There is a long story behind it. I'm going to tell it to you. So in that particular spot in the field, last fall I was root slicing and all the rows plugged at once. I got out the whole big deal. This huge balls of field trash, which is just like remnants from like the corn stalks, the stubble. And I called Dad and was like, this is real bad. And he said, don't worry, just pick up and we'll just burn it. Because it's just like this big pile. All right, sounds good. So I kept going and we never really got around to burning it. And then the seasons went on, it snowed, then springtime came and it came time to plant. I planted this field. Came this big ball of trash. I'm like, well, I don't want to break anything or plug anything on the planter, so I'll just pick up and plant around it. Well, then irrigating season came, and then the corn grew up so tall you couldn't really see it, and now harvest came, and we have our weed patch. So it really goes to show how important it is to have field cover. Anytime you don't have a cover on the field, weeds just pop right up. So as soon as beans canopy, I feel like the weeds go down a lot. And any spot that this corn was blown over, it left this like open spot of sunlight for the weeds to feed on. There was a significant more amount of weeds. So hopefully we take care of that spot this fall and just burn it. We don't have to deal with it again next year. So I was looking on my monitor, and we're actually into a different variety of corn here. It's different than the one was planted over there, and you can really tell a difference. So this one, the moisture is more like 17%, and the stuff over there is more like 20. But it's just incredible how stark the contrast is between the two varieties. It was real funny when the head plugged the first time. I just like unlodged sticks. The corn is leaning, and we had this windstorm, and it pushed all these fallen trees into the field. And so there's logs like this big around, and they keep getting stuck in my head. Yeah, so yeah. Well, today has just been an okay day. I'm back from the field. I'll show you why. Pretty much ran the combine out of fuel. Oops. But anyways, we needed to come back to the farm anyways. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but our combine's corn head actually folds up for easier transportation. So we're taking it back to the farm, or I guess we are back on the farm, so that we can fuel it up, clean out the air filter, and I am going to clean out the cap, and then we are switching fields. Here is our before. Hey, check that out. Got all the trash out, vacuumed it out. It smells much better in here, and I added a trash can. So next time I clean out the cab, which will probably be tomorrow, it's a lot easier. Anyways, this is another reason why today was just not so great of a day. Does anybody see anything wrong? Yeah. How in the world did that happen? If anyone has any theories, please let me know. Yikes. Also, let's not mention the two ratchet straps that are actually holding our auger together. But life goes on. We still got to keep harvesting. So hopefully everything holds together for another day, or maybe 2 weeks. It's just nice to do a job right and have it go correctly and nothing break down on you. All maintenance for this evening has been done, so time to drive it to the field. So if you don't know, I'm married. Grant is my husband, and we farm on 2 separate farms, and he also films stuff for the videos, and I'm hoping his day went better than mine did. So let's check out what Grant did today.
Lunch has arrived. Got some chips, got an apple, and a ham sandwich. Couldn't make it all the way to the end. The grain hopper is full. Very full, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's falling out. Oh no. Ooh. So full. It's engine corn, not cab corn. Looks like the guys from Patriot Equipment are out here to put a valve on our corn reel. As you can see, the corn is not down here, so we're not using it. We're gonna bring a valve out so we can use the roller cones and not the Real. Now it's all working. Got her going. And there we go. Roller cones are working. Real is not. There goes another full truck.